Good morning. My name is Sharika Langston, and this is going to begin day one of our 40-day journey through the book Just Like Jesus. And I just want to start by telling you a little bit about the book. Um, I wrote the book because I realized that a lot of people don't have a one-on-one personal relationship with Jesus. And so a lot of the book is just like my personal devotion time. It has prayer. It also has testimony. And then if you have a physical copy, it has a place where you can journal. And even if you have the ebook, you're encouraged to journal as you go throughout the process so that you can kind of track your progression and spending time with God and just the progression of your relationship as well. So this is where we're coming from. So day one is called Make Time with Jesus. And basically, I'm just going to read a little bit directly from the book. So imagine if you only spent time with your spouse a few hours or perhaps once a week. Would you have an intimate relationship with them, or would you find yourself in a very difficult marriage? What about friends? If you do not spend time with your friends, you can't really call them close friends. Space between people produces or reduces the amount of intimacy. You must make an effort to spend time with Jesus in the same way. So you have to be deliberate about the time that you spend with God. So that is the basis for this book. Um, and so many of the exercises will actually involve you just spending one-on-one time with Him, sitting in His presence, just listening to Him, uh, talk to Him, doing things like that. And so let me read another portion. It says, gradually increase your time with Him a little more each day. Um, Life gets busy, we know life gets busy with our children, with our family, and with responsibilities. And this is not so much about quantity, especially at first. It's really about you just getting in the habit and spending that time and making time for Jesus in your life and carving that out no matter what, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, or if you can do 10, that would be great. So this exercise today is more about quality time with Jesus. So I suggest in the book that you actually start with 5 minutes a day, making a commitment of 5 minutes with Jesus. And you can do more in that 5 minutes with Jesus than you can do in a lifetime. And even sometimes in a church environment or an environment with our friends, spending time in His presence is so important. And we need to have that in addition to like our prayer time where we're making our requests known, or if we're interceding, or if we are doing other things like reading our Bible and stuff like that. That should be separate from just the time that we spend in God's presence. So I just challenge you today that you would make that commitment, and you need to commit to this, and He will commit to you, and then expect Him to speak to you, and He will. And during this time, you're going to get closer, and spend time, like go different places, like even maybe to the lake, or just spend quiet time in your car if that's all the time you have. I know sometimes as parents, we get really going when you have a lot of kids and stuff. It's hard to carve out time. I mean, even if you have to go, if you're a mom, you might have to go and spend 5 minutes in the bathroom, I don't know. But just spend that time with God and just enjoy His presence, just sit there. And it's like sometimes His presence is kind of like a healing lamp. There are things that happen in His presence that can't happen anywhere else. And I notice personally, whenever I miss that time with God, when I miss just time, just basking in His presence, like I feel off. It's like I'm missing something. So like whenever I feel that way, I make sure that I sneak away and I spend time in His presence. And so that's really important. So we want to make sure that during this 40 days that you are committed to that time with Jesus, that you're committed. And then once you look back, you're going to see how much even just 5 or 10 minutes a day is going to change your life. It's going to change your life drastically. So I want you to also, for day one, I want you to write down, as you sit in God's presence, I want you to write down what it is that you hear. And then later you can maybe go back and kind of review your journal, and and see how the relationship has progressed, and see how you have changed. And then again, like tomorrow we'll do another day, and tomorrow is day 2, and it's called Jesus on Your Heart, or Jesus on Your Heart, the throne of Jesus. Your heart is a special throne for Jesus, that there's a place there that nothing else can fill but him. And many times people search and we do all these different things, and we just never find that sweet spot, because we don't have that relationship with Jesus. So it's very important that we get to that place in perfecting our love affair with God, with Jesus. And so that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But today, I pray that you have an awesome day, and I just thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.